Hello there everybody and welcome to the stream, 1 minute early because I did not feel like waiting anymore. It's pretty sudden, I was going to start streaming just about an hour ago, but editing the last video took way longer than I expected. There was some errors with rendering the video, funny enough. I have to turn the music down, at least in my headphones a little, because that's loud. Yeah, I couldn't edit the part of the video that was taken from the stream VOD, so streaming kind of shot me in the heel there, but hey, so good to see you again. Alright, so let's not waste any time. We have like maybe an hour, maybe less. It all depends on our luck. Let's see what we have here. So if you haven't already, you can quickly go and see the latest video. That's like 8 minutes. Not going to be very difficult to catch up. But for now, let's do an official roll of the weekly tasks. So again, we only did the 9 tasks for the hunting. We weren't able to do any of the deliveries. Let's see what we get this time. I'm a little bit considering going adept, but I don't think we're ready yet. We might go adept once we hit levels 100. That seems like a good goal. So for now, let's go ahead and do beginner. And okay. This is not looking so bad. So first of all, there's shimmering beetles. I think you can get shimmering beetles in Fairist, right? So we could do the access quest as long as we don't have to kill anything weird there, and we'd be golden. Gauze bandages, I am very happy to see. The main reason, they drop from mummies, right? And mummies drop a lot of money, and money is what we need right now. So this is quite exciting. And there's also the Reaper Lance. I'm not sure what, but I do recall something dropping these. So let me go ahead and just check right now. So Reaper Lance, it's a kind of low tier item, right? Okay, Dwarf Flesh Hunters. Oh, okay, Dwarf Flesh Hunters, that's a good one. The main reason being we might do some progress on our bust skirts. This may be our main focus this week, to be honest. But let's see what else we have. Okay, it drops also from those super special dwarves, but we're not gonna look at those. Dwarf Flesh Hunters, what's the rate of them dropping? Okay, a Reaper Lance is 1 in 1000 from the Flesh Hunters, which means we basically can spend an eternity there. Reaper Lances are going to be more rare than the bust skirts, and we need 13 of them. So if we can spend enough time this week, we could totally get Obsidian Knife this week. I think that's going to be the most important part of this week. Gauze bandages, if we have the time, sure, maybe. And then of course shimmering beetles. Let me see. Confirm, yeah. Pretty much all Fairist creatures. Would be cool to unlock Fairist, but I'm not sure if we can. If we can, then we'll obviously do it. Alright, so firstly, yeah, let's just pick a weekly task. Also, I didn't even look at those. Rabbit Wolves, that's going to suck. Guzzlers, I'm not even sure where you can kill Guzzlers. And Teramites, that requires a bunch of quests, which I'm not sure if we can complete yet. Right, for access to, what do you call it? Where the lizards are anyway. Alright, but let's start with something that we know where to do. Tell you what, I don't really care. Let's ignore everything and go for the works straight away. I kind of feel like something relaxing. for the works we probably don't need that many potions, do we? So let me go and put them back in. And instead, yeah, let me just slap them here. And instead I'm going to bring, we need way less potions, something like this. Instead we're gonna bring some spears that we can then enchant as we go. Oh yeah, insectoid scouts were the things that I was thinking about when it comes to dropping the Reaper lenses. Let me see. Yeah, because I stopped kind of midway there, looking for those. Yeah, so it's insectoid scouts and were-panthers. We're probably not gonna kill any of those. And for insectoid scouts, it's 1 in 260. That's also pretty bad. Yeah, the Reaper lens is sort of just rare from every single source, unless you're super high level. But this time rare is good for us, I think. Because we essentially can hunt in the dwarf caves until we drop, right? Until the end of the week. Okay, you can do termites without quests, that's very good news. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, so Guzzlers and termites, they can be just done. That's good news, that's very good news. Yeah, so it's gonna be essentially just a quick trip. And I think you kind of sort of need a machete to enter the dwarf caves, right? I'm gonna go and grab that real quick. And funny enough, we do have a dwarf flesh hunter prey, might as well select it. I mean, it's not gonna help us at all, but... Yeah, I do. It's either the bamboo cages or you can enter through the reed that you have to cut with a machete, so no matter what, we'll just bring a machete and be okay. Because it also is a melee weapon. If you're wondering what I got from Santa Claus, it was a red gem, which is not bad because it's money. But I didn't sell it yet because it might also be a delivery. Let's see. Those are the spears that I wanted to bring. Machete, that's right. I almost forgot what I came for. Alright, and then we have to find a ladder and get to the other side. I really hope there's not too many people at that works today, but you know, with the recent updates you can never be sure of anything really. Alright, and that works somewhere around there. So let's just put on auto walk. We are high level enough so that we don't really need to worry about any creatures on their way there. Oh yeah, the Secret Service quest missions. That's a good idea. What I wanted to do last week is a list of like creatures and quest items that we might need to complete certain quests, but I forgot to do that. But that is definitely something we need to do, because I might be wasting precious skills, right? Slaying stuff that we otherwise could use to complete a quest. We definitely have to be way more smart with the way we approach our hunting lists. Oh yeah, it's one of those as well, where you have to pull the lever. I forgot you can't just enter easily. But it looks like never mind, there's corpses right here. I was gonna say it looks like nobody is here, but that's clearly not the case. Alright, I mean, let's be fair and select Reaper lands, right? Track drops of these items. Let's see how many we can get. Hopefully not many, because I honestly don't really care about them. Right, so last time I was doing Voodoo Masters and I was roaming that area. This time we don't really need to be worried about that. So we have... yeah, with each kill we restore 8 Magicka now, because we have gotten our spear to +2 mana on kill, which is quite amazing. +2, I mean +8, right? But 4th level. And on the 5th level we get +4, which is gonna be 12 per kill. But the reason why I brought these regular spears is because we can basically... oh, what was that? Oh yeah, Voodoo Masters, I forgot about those guys. What was I saying? I'm completely off topic. No, I can't even say this right. But yeah, I'm having trouble focusing today. So just bear with me for an hour or so and we'll call it a day. What I was saying is I brought those spears so that we can enchant them along the way. Thanks to the mana that we are going to regen by murdering those guys. Each shot is 8 mana and usually we only need 1 shot to kill something, which is kind of swell. Okay, nothing here. Funny enough, I don't think I've ever been in these caves before. This is the first time me venturing there on this character. I mean, like, this character was the first character that I went into these caves as, because obviously I've been here before during week 2. Yeah, but maybe we won't be enchanting anything. Maybe I'll just focus on killing stuff quickly with Exoricons. And of course we want this. Very nice. Poison Dagger. I kind of recall seeing Poison Dagger on the list of derivable items as well, so I'll be keeping that. Now where is the invisible guy? There now. Have to get him. No, never mind. There he is. Should I though? Poison arrows, are they really that important? I don't know. Leather armor, cool. What I need is bust scares. Now one of our friends from the guild got like super unlucky. And I think he needed to kill like what, 7-8k Venom snipers to get all the bust scares. Which sounds absolutely awful. And I really hope we don't get that bad. And there's a lot of players around. We were alone for like 5 minutes and now it's crowded again. Not much you can do though. Right, and the Poison Dagger. I should really go and check if the Poison Daggers are actually necessary. Collect, because it's gonna be quite a bit of collecting if it is. Yeah, I'm also collecting the throwing knives because they can extend our trips, basically. I didn't know that before, but throwing knives have a range of 4. Which is basically same as enchanted spears, right? So they are better than spears in that regard. And they also have this cool perk when it comes to proficiency, where it increases their damage when they are being used at maximum range. I mean, yeah, they revived these places, but they have also absolutely ruined other places, including those revived ones. Let's be honest. You don't exactly want level 400 players running around your spawn, where you usually go to level up your level 8 or whatever. I think it's better than it was, but still not ideal. I should really be looting those guys, but it's like 5 coins each. I mean, okay, I have to, absolutely have to loot those guys. We are not rich by any means. Our last week of hunting worms mostly has kind of drained our bank. I mean, it's not critical just yet. We still have like, what, 20k I think? Plus we have a little bit of loot that we can sell, which I didn't do yet. I have a bunch of plate armors and other items that I think may be deliverable, that's why I'm still sitting on them, and I'd rather just not sell any loot until it's absolutely necessary. And of course I could go to some website and just check, right? And I forgot about the most important thing, we have a donkey now. Let's not forget about that. It's plus 10 to speed and we don't want to be sleeping on that. They should introduce some sort of instance system. Well, I don't know. While I'm complaining a lot about having to share spawns with other players, especially when they outlevel me by far, I still kind of don't like the idea of instant areas in Tibia, right? It's never been that way. And it's going to take away the last little bits of player cooperation and like community, whatever. You know, ultimately Tibia has always been a game where you have to sit around and wait for a spawn to be freed up. Not sure if that's necessarily a good thing, but it is a thing that the game was like. Ooh, a big bone. That's cool. Let's eat all of our plums. Actually, since we're streaming, let's put on some light for you guys, so you don't go blind. Those caves are massive, actually. I never knew that they're this big. Okay, and there's a cave leading further below. Let's see what we have here. Mostly centipedes, okay. Not great, not terrible. There's some venom snipers at least, it seems. Like, you have to admit one thing, I don't think Tibia has been this active in a while. Like, especially on Sakura. I remember thinking that the game is totally in the decline. There were so few players that you could like see every day, and Sakura was one of the most populated servers in the game. And now every single depot is just so full of people. And so are spawns, especially low-level spawns, especially of high-level players. But I have been complaining about this pretty much every single stream for the past 3 weeks. And I think it's getting boring. So I should most likely just drop this topic whatsoever. Okay, more centipedes. I hope there's not like some well-known super dangerous area down below that everybody knows because they've been playing this game for a while and I don't know because I'm essentially a noob. Oh, we got our first bust skirt. Let's go. We're already getting rewarded, boys. I did not expect to get one of those so quickly. Oh, and a tarantula. That's really nice. Let's just nuke. Yeah, now I'll have to remember that I dropped a bust skirt on stream. Let's see, how many? Only 500 venom snipers, so we are way ahead of schedule. I hope this luck continues because what happened at Worms is absolutely horrible. It's not like the worst luck that I've had in this game, but it's probably one of the most painful moments, considering we only get like 1 week, right, to get all this stuff. Okay, we can kill some tarantulas here even, since there's dwarf flesh hunters. I'm not gonna say no to some tarantulas. I mean, I don't know why I'm not gonna say no. We don't need the experience, they don't draw that much cash. We don't have many reasons to really hunt them. And of course, they don't drop any gear upgrades for us. But it is what it is. I'm gonna be killing them. So what's even further below, like giant spiders? No, just a bunch of tarantulas, cool. Hello Cadmilus, nice to see you. I mean, they do know their player base pretty well. What is this huge area? Like, what? Is this massive room here just for nothing? Or is there gonna be like a giant spider somewhere? Because this totally looks like a giant spider arena, right? But no, that's just tarantulas. Actually, I don't think we should be killing those. I haven't seen any venom snipers, or I mean flesh hunters on this level, so let's go back a little. Oh yeah, you're right, tarantula eggs, they can be deliverable. So let's weave in some tarantulas if we can. Also, I think proficiency levels not based on the strength of the creature you kill, but just on the amount of creatures you kill, though correct me if I'm wrong on this. So these dwarves could be very nice. We just get to throw over and over and over. Kill everything in one shot. Okay, not a very densely populated area, but it will have to do. Yeah, this place is really cool. I like it. Oh, is it? Never mind then. So we don't get any special perks by just hunting dwarves. Okay, let's slow down with the spells for a bit because we are running out of mana. I thought we would be running on a massive surplus, but we are actually kind of low, and I wouldn't want to drink any mana potions. This is supposed to be pure profit and relaxation. There we go. Beautiful tarantula egg. And another poison dagger. Tell you what, I'm gonna check it right now. Delivery task items, and let's search for poison dagger. Poison fang. Oh, actually doesn't seem like poison dagger is on the list. So what I'm gonna do is remove it from the loot list. I don't need any poison daggers, thank you. I think I've already collected a bunch, but yeah, let's try not to throw our bust scares as well. Very nice. Also, I could have sworn that dwarves dropped food, right? But we're not getting any. Maybe I remembered this wrong. I should have brought a little bit more with me. Hunting spears, I forgot they exist. Tribal mask, cool. Not sure if that is important for anything. But now we have it. I wonder if we can get like super lucky and drop another bust skirt on the stream. I wouldn't mind that at all. You only need like what, 3 for the quest? And the sooner we get it, the better. So yeah, today is gonna be some relaxing works. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and push for all the hunting tasks done. Because we still need the levels. And this is super free. Next time I get a dwarf task, I should try Crusader Helmet quest. Actually, what I need for Crusader Helmet quest is giant spiders, right? I don't think there's any dwarves in the quest room itself. And yes, there's dwarf guards on the way, but they're not part of the quest itself. I'm not sure what exactly is going to determine what is quest and what isn't quest. But in this particular case, I think they're like marked. The quest itself is marked with the level door, right? You need like level 50 or something to pass through that door. And behind that door there's no dwarf guards, there's only giant spiders. So that's gonna be the requirement to enter that quest. But we don't even need it, right? Because we have the warrior helmet. Wasn't it the same defense as Crusader? I think Crusader is a bit lighter, but it's not really going to matter that much. Banshee quest, Hat of the Mud and Crusader helmet, yeah, that would be really nice. Queen of Banshees can also be unlocked by Dragon Lords, right? So when I had the strange helmets on week 2, I could have attempted Queen of Banshees. Of course not, but we didn't even have level 60. But the problem with the Queen of Banshees is it's not just a simple one creature from the final boss room. You also have to complete all the seals, and the seals are kind of problematic, right? In the seals you have to like go through stalkers, demon skeletons, there's even warlocks there. And yeah, you don't have to kill the warlocks, but you know. Queen of Banshees is one of those quests that requires a ton of different creatures on the list. We would have to like roll the perfect amount. And I don't think we can really roll any of those if we don't start going for the adept level. Yeah, Bone Lord is a Black Knight quest. But so are Scorpions, funny enough, because there's Scorpions in that room as well. So we can either roll Scorpions or Bone Lords. And then it's Crown Armor, Crown Shield, a bunch of really nice upgrades. And of course, if we can get ghouls in one way or another, then we will also have access to Noble Armor quest. At which point, I don't think it's... How much defense is Noble Armor? Is it 11? Let's see. Yeah, it was 11, so we don't even need it, we have a better thing already. That's a shame. I've never skipped Noble Armor quest in my life. It's one of my favorite quests. Mostly because it's one of my favorite items. Not that the quest itself is very interesting. I mean, it is if you're trying to solve it yourself. But let's be honest, nobody does that. Yeah, Crown Helmet also isn't that bad. Yeah, Pits of Inferno are a little bit far away. I don't think we need to be that worried about having to do it imminently. Yeah, I mean, as a paladin, are we really ever going to be low on capacity? Like, how many arrows is that? What, 10, 20 cap will be saving on the helmet? That being said, if I ever have a full crown set of armor, I'm gonna wear the crown helmet with it, because of course I am. It's a very handsome looking set. We can make it our side goal to get the full crown set and wear it. Yeah, one more spear. That's like what? For enchanted spears, 100 shots. A little bit below that, 90-ish. Hey Yuka, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you managed to find me this time then. Yeah, Behemoth Quest is level 80. What was there even in the Behemoth Quest? I don't remember that anymore. Was that golden armor? Yeah, Demon Shield, golden armor, Guardian Halberd, Platinum Amulet. That's a bunch of amazing upgrades. If we could get that, we'd be set for life. Well, not really. But for a short while, definitely. Yeah, golden armor. That's also a piece that you don't really get to wear that often. I remember when I was way younger, I used to play my level like 30 Paladin, I think. What I had was golden armor and blue legs. And also Postman hat, because yeah, I just felt like it's such a vibe. A very good looking set. Wouldn't mind having that as well. And most of all, I keep forgetting about this item, but we could really use like Paladin armor, right? That's +1 distance fighting. That's gonna increase our damage output or whatnot. Apparently it's the thing to do. Yeah, I mean Dragon Scale Mail. It's also such a good looking armor. I really like the design of those two. Golden armor and Dragon Scale Mail. They just look so slick, you know? And the Magic Plate armor also has its charm, but it's like way bulkier. It's a different vibe. What parts of Tibia I see as most Ironman needed? I mean, frankly, Tibia is already kind of fun for Ironman. If there's anything that really makes it difficult to play, it would have to be other players, right? Right now there's no way for you like to avoid getting helped or whatever. If you could code it so that other people's healing spells don't work, obviously wouldn't be possible to make it so they cannot help you by blocking something, etc. But at this point, yeah. If you're doing that on an Ironman server, then just stop. And we've run into a guy, great. Hey Rakobe. Yeah, the problem is after a certain level, I think even earlier than 500, you just run into this part of Tibia where it's just modern content. And in my opinion, modern Tibia content is objectively not that great. At least not for Ironman. Yeah, old Tibia was completely different from what we have right now. I don't even agree with that. I don't think Yalahar was that great of an update. It was just everything at once in one city. Nobody ever felt a need to go elsewhere. You could like stay there and level your character to the maximum there. well, also disagree. I think the first update that really broke the game were the tombs, right? I think that's the consensus among players. I'm actually not sure what I think about Zao. I kind of like the general vibe of it. I even considered making a character locked to only that area, just like I did with Svargrand. I don't even remember why I decided against it. I think I even had prepared a list of items, etc, etc. I was basically ready to go. But I just never started. No healing spells, no XP gain in party, no shard of course, blocking will be always a problem. Yeah, true. I mean, old school RuneScape has, I think, way more opportunities for people to cheat Ironman than in Tibia. I mean, yeah, that's a stretch. Obviously, in Tibia you can basically buy stuff off of market, but if you don't like do those obvious cheats, it's way harder to get your Ironman boosted if you're not like asking your friends for help directly. In old school RuneScape you can do like Venom and other tricks. There's a lot of ways. Oh, a Reaper Lance, okay, we got one of those. So it's 1 for 1, 1 Bust Skirt, 1 Reaper Lance. Hopefully we get more Bust Skirts soon. I don't really need those Reaper Lances. So I'm going to be completely honest, I don't have a very informed opinion on what broke the game that much. Considering for the longest time I played only as a free account. And free account areas are famously well balanced and fun. But from what I've been told by other players, tombs, right, when they were discovered were kind of crazy. I mean, they still are. I think it's still like the best tactic if you want to level up a new character quickly and you have decent skills. You just go to tombs and just change your tomb every now and then. I've had this guy when I was just starting my channel, when I was skilling Skogul the Ironclad before I even released my first video. There was this guy, his name was Ord Korgave, I think. What he did was he skilled up his knight himself to like level 100 sword, maybe even more. Took him a couple of months. And then he took this character to tombs, and I think within like a week at most, he was level 100, and he just kept going. He's like probably 600 or more right now. Of course, not all of it was done on tombs, but from what I've heard, most of his early levels, at least until level 100, it was just tombs. Oh yeah, one-person quests, that sounds really good for Ironman. I think you pretty much nailed the most important part of it. Because obviously quests are a massive upgrade most of the time. And without all the effort that it's required to get these items normally. Because most good items, especially in early Tibia, are super rare drops from at least problematic creatures. And you get to skip all that because Orc Fortress is a guaranteed K armor, you have the Noble armor, Griffin shield, there's lots of opportunities for a player to just ignore the regular progression, right? And get very good items from quests. And if you're playing Ironman, right, obviously if you're fair, you want to do those quests yourself, or at least in an Ironman team, without anybody out-leveling you too significantly. So making all the quests mandatory one person, that would be super fun. It's definitely a step in the right direction. From level 30 to 70 in a Mother of Scarabs. Yep. I mean, I did get a lot of levels on Worms myself, if you saw today's video. I think it was level 63 when I started, and all the way to 77 in a week. Maybe not super crazy by Tibia standards, but still, we are tossing ethereal spears, and I was playing like super conservative when it comes to ammunition and potions, etc. Oh yeah, don't even talk to me about Oramont. I remember how many times I died there on my non-Ironman Paladin, because I've been told that it's the best place to level up, and I mean, they didn't lie. It was really good levels, but I think in the end I would have been better going anywhere else, because I scored so many deaths in there. That place can go from 0 to 100 really quickly. Yeah, I think that's a very good observation, but that's the result of Cipsoft going the new formula route, right? Players don't really care about getting gear upgrades. They care about profit, making money during their hunts, and having good XP per hour while doing that. Just try to compare the drop tables of like Dragon Lords versus whatever other medium creature there is. I think Pits of Inferno Dragon Lords, right, are known as a pretty wasteful hunt, and well, the fact that there's like flames all over the ground aside. It's just that Dragon Lords don't really drop good items. Of course, you have a chance to drop a Dragon Scale Mail, which by all means is an amazing item, but it doesn't drop often enough for you to be able to make a profit on them. Yeah, now you have to either do quests or bosses if you want good gear. And instead, creatures of the new kind just drop a bunch of gems and creature products and low capacity mage items that you can sell. It's a completely different approach. Oh yeah, definitely. Back in the day, these items were really holding their value. I mean, World of Warcraft isn't even... is it even popular anymore? I thought they went through, like, a lot of drama at some point. I mean, that was a couple years ago, but they've had, like, a bunch of these big Exodus events, right? First, everybody was leaving World of Warcraft to play Final Fantasy XIV. And then, among other drama, they have also migrated to RuneScape, right? RuneScape was also one of those big fads among World of Warcraft players. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite sure an old school server would be super popular in Tibia. And I have no idea why they wouldn't just do that. Like most successful OTSs are just old Tibia, right? Seems like a no-brainer, but maybe they know better. I mean, seeing this latest update, how popular it is, maybe they do know what they are doing. So let's not question it too much. Alright, fair enough. I'm not really that well versed with current MMO events. Oh yeah, but those OTSs, they only exist because there's a bunch of bots and bot farms selling runes, because having to make your own runes, if it's just classic vanilla 7.6 or something, it's so difficult to cook your own stuff. I mean, not difficult, it just takes a lot of time. And if there's PvP involved, then of course you're a target every single moment. Maybe Civsoft just realizes it's not exactly fun. Or maybe they are still dreaming of drawing in new players. You know, I can understand that sentiment. If their player base keeps getting older and older, then they are going to run out of players eventually. And sure, it's not that bad just yet, because like you said, it's like 40 plus. It's not exactly a group of heightened risk. But still not that great. I would be surprised to learn that they get like 10 new players every year. Like players that haven't played Tibia before. And by you, I mean not I logged in and tried it for 5 minutes, I mean like actually stayed. Oh yeah, lack of hotkeys, that's unplayable basically. Let's be honest, many of the updates were really good over the years and improved the game a lot. I played the most in the 8 point something era, and I think that was the peak of Tibia. Most of the mechanics were already polished. There was plenty of areas, so it wasn't exactly crowded everywhere. The community was still kind of alive. I mean, it's pretty good now as well, but you know what I mean. Yeah, but the biggest issue was they never introduced a level cap. And while back in the day there weren't really that many crazy players, right? Because there was like a natural level cap of you have nothing more to do at some point. Unfortunately, it just kept getting worse and worse over time. And if you're wondering why I'm breaking this wall, it's because I'm tired already. And I'll be slowly wrapping things up. Oop, didn't mean to get trapped again. And I cannot kill stuff here. Let's not press the space again. Let's go. Yeah, so for Paladin's skill is pretty important because it's not only damage, it's also your accuracy. If you ever have the opportunity to start a new character, I really recommend just buying a pre-skilled character off the bazaar. It's not that many Tibia coins and it's going to save you months of training. And I don't mean like regular months, I mean months of playtime. That's what I did on this character, right? And I don't have to be worried about skilling ever because I have crazy skills. And it still didn't cost me more than one regular training weapon, I think, of the store. Let me check. Training. No? Surely it's somewhere here. Consumables, exercise weapons. Okay, that's exercise, not training. So a highest tier exercise bow, yeah. I'm not sure how far that would get you. Like maybe 90, right? And for the same price I got this character that's 111 distance. So consider that. But everybody, thanks a lot for joining. If you haven't seen the latest video, check it out once I finish the stream. It's okay. It's not my greatest piece, but you know, it is what it is. You'll at least be caught up with the recent events, which there weren't many, frankly. There's like one notable thing that happened during that whole video, but it is what it is. Expect more videos next week. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming this week anymore, but if I'll be, then it will be completely by surprise. So, thanks a lot guys, sorry to leave you so quickly and on a short notice, but it's not exactly a perfect day for streaming. I just wanted to roll the new bounties live. Take care everybody, and I will see you next time.